Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is June the 20th, 2024, and today the topic is He Will Supply. Happy Thursday. Yes, happy Thursday, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful Wednesday. Mine was just fine. Yes, mine was good overall. Um, Highlights from yesterday. I recorded an episode of the GSL Talk Show. I had the meeting that got rescheduled the other day. And yeah, everything that went according to my quote unquote plan for yesterday. Yeah, those are the main highlights. Um, yeah, trying to think, is there anything else significant to share? I mean, I've been having interesting conversations with NJ about kid change is coming. So that's been interesting. Did a check in with hubby as well yesterday to just kind of see like where his mind is about everything. But I mean, I guess it's an exciting time, right? Knowing that our little guy will be starting school soon, um, and knowing that, I mean, we've already started to incorporate some, I think, good changes in our life, like the whole soccer thing and all of that. So, we're gonna see where everything goes, but it's an exciting, I guess, time. Um, I'm still thinking about my hustles. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about adding on another one, another one that I can control. So be on the lookout for that. If your girl invest in that sometime soon, and then you guys may hear about it. I'm pretty sure. And like I said yesterday, I was really, really engulfed in this whole thing about my birthday, turning 38, y'all. I know it's like a month away, and I was telling my husband about some ideas. He's like, we got time, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I just got to make sure stuff is in place. Unless y'all gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? Unless him and my friends, if y'all gonna take the reins and plan it, cool. But if not, then I gotta put some stuff together and put stuff in place. Shout out to my homegirl Elizabeth, aka my virtual assistant, over there in Kenya. I ran by a few ideas with her. I got her assistance to find me some restaurants. I know, man. She probably like, "Girl, I don't live there," but it's greatly appreciated, man. Because I was looking at different restaurants, and not say I was getting overwhelmed and frustrated, but I just was like, "Oh, there's so many choices and options, and I don't want to pick the wrong one." And then, da 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 da. So I was like, "Oh, I'm thinking too deep about it. Let me just get somebody that's unbiased or whatever to just look, and see what stands out to her." And so that's what I did. And so she sent me a list of some options, and I sent that list to my men folk, which would be my husband as well as my homeboy Kelvin. Y'all know him. Um, my brother from another mother. Um, and yeah, man, we'll see if we can narrow this thing down. um, but anywho, so yeah, I'm excited about the birthday plans. I know even NJ was like, "Can I come?" And at first, I'm over here like, "Well," because I don't think he can come. Oh, because I didn't tell y'all what it is yet, but I don't think he could come. But my husband said he might be able to come. So hey, I'm like, fine. Well, as long as he put on a little outfit too, then he's welcome to come. Fine. But yeah, we're gonna see how all of this goes and what the Lord do. But let's get into this juice, y'all. Let's get into this juice this morning. He will supply. Oh man, I guess the main thing that pretty much inspired this morning is when I woke up earlier this morning, but when I finally settled my heart and mind and things of that nature, and grabbed my juice journal, right? Um, the song "He Will Supply" was kind of just flowing through my heart and mind, and it's the song by Kurt Franklin, and I guess God's Property. Back in the day, back in the day. It's a good song or whatever. I listen to it every now and then, but yeah, it just was flowing through my heart and mind this morning. And I looked at the lyrics a little bit, but I'm not familiar with it. Like I said, I sing it all the time. Um, but once I started looking up verses centered around "He Will Supply," ultimately they were standing out this morning, and that is pretty much what I felt led to go deeper with and study today. I think we all can probably relate to feeling like or maybe struggling with this idea that God will take care of our needs. Um, Maybe because he don't always give us what we want, right? Which is just different. It can be very, very different, different things. But I guess as I was reflecting on that this morning, I was thinking about like, well, even when, we doubt, I mean, why don't we just remember what he did before, right? Why do we still allow the doubt and fear to get in the way of us remembering again what he's already done, and then having that to give us the encouragement that he will continue to do and can do above and beyond what we even think. I mean, matter of fact, again, I mean, when you read the Bible, right, and check it out, it's saying over and over and over again that he will supply our needs, or he will take care of us, things of that nature. It gives that, you know, imagery about the lily in the field and the birds and things like that, and letting us know that aren't we worth more to God than these things, and that he takes care of these things. Why won't he take care of us? But we humans, man, we still out here struggling with the idea. I'm throwing myself in the lump. I'm not sitting here trying to act like, again, everybody, y'all are down God. I mean, but I think we all have had those moments of doubt and fear and whatever else you want to call it. So let me share some verses that hopefully will encourage and inspire all of us in regards to this. So Philippians 4:19 says, "And my God will supply every need of yours according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus." Obviously, what stood out to me the most in that particular verse is the word need. Again, I could sit here and think back on times maybe I did not get everything I wanted, right? But I had everything I needed. Now, I know there's some people that are definitely going through hard times, right? They're definitely going through um, situations that, maybe it's hard for them to see, again, how God is taking care of their needs when they feel like they don't have, basic necessities and things of that nature. I mean, there are people that live that way. But then at the same time, there are people that like live simple, humble lives and are rich, you know what I mean, in their happiness, joy, and peace. I get on NJ every now and then, but at the same time, and anytime we actually take the time to do it, it's really, really sweet. So a lot of the times, one of the main things he requests to do with me is watching Little Bear. And on one hand, it gets kind of frustrating because I feel like he comes in at times when I'm trying to like woosah and I want to watch something that I want to watch, and then out of the blue, he'll come in and talk about some, let's watch Little Bear. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like kid, I just sat down. Like I just came to like woosah and then here you come. And it's for some reason, it's almost like he doesn't think that Little Bear is on the big TV. He thinks it's only on my device. But anywho, but every now and then I go ahead and appease him, right? I go ahead and watch it with him and stuff. And I mean, obviously, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Little Bear. You guys can go look it up if you need to. But it's basically this bear family, which I keep trying to show him. It's like me. It's like our family because it's a family of three. It's the mother, it's the father, and it's Little Bear, the little boy, and everything. And I'm like, it's us. Look, I'm Mother Bear, Papa's Father Bear. I keep trying to show him. He's like, but we're not bears. So it's like, he don't want to use his imagination with that. But anywho, but they live a simple, humble life. Like, yeah, they got a house in the woods, and yeah, Mother Bear and Father Bear, they got like clothes, and Father Bear wears a suit, and, and all that type of stuff. But for the most part, like, it's like they're always just like in their little humble home, like the little cabin, you know what I mean? Like there's no TV, you know what I mean? Like Papa Bear is sitting in the rocking chair reading the newspaper, things of that nature. And something about that is just very quaint, right? Very special. I mean, I know there's people that live that way. They say off grid, right? And I mean, even with living off grid, that still can give you some of the conveniences or things that we live for those of us that don't live off grid. I mean, but that's a whole thing. Anyway, I was just thinking about the humbleness of that and the simpleness of that and how, again, there's individuals that can be very, very content with that life, and things of that nature. But some of us, we have all the things and we still not content, right? And I guess that's the, I'm not saying that that's the main issue, but it's just was something that was standing out to me, in regards to us understanding that God can and will supply, our needs. Um, and I think that again, we've been through a lot of different things to know that, right? I can look back on my life and say, you know what? In spite of everything, God always, kept a roof over my head. I always had clothes on my back. Even in my roughest times, back when I was living on my own, I felt like a very hermit season, um, in Florida and things of that nature. I would literally only leave when it was time to go make some money, like that, that type of thing. And I mean, I might still be a little bit like that now, but there was really like a time like I don't want to run the gas, like I won't, don't want to, go and X, Y, and Z, and stuff, because it was a hard time, that I had just got let go from Disney. I was finding jobs and whatnot to do. Even at some point, like one job was taking too long to send funds after I had worked, and I was like, and they wanted me to come and do another gig. I'm like, I still have not received the funds from the last gig, and you want me to drive to come to you and do this gig again, like, because that's how, I guess, quote unquote tight it was, if that's an example. Making a way out of no way and things of that nature. And so, I guess at this point in my life, because of that, I try to remind myself of that in my moments of, I guess, weakness or doubt or fear, to say, you know what, Lord, I know you're there. I know you'll provide, and you will supply. Let me give you guys another verse. It is Numbers 23 and 19. It says, God is not man that he should lie, or a son of man that he should change his mind. Has he said, and will he not do it? Or has he, and will he not fulfill it? I mean, there you go. It sounds like you got a promise in the bag, when it says that he is going to take care of us. He will supply things of that nature. I get that we'll still doubt that. But I guess here's my, I don't know, call out to believers, right? Because again, unbelievers, I get it. If you doubt this and stuff, like, you don't acknowledge God, so how could you expect him to do anything, right? Or how could you, believe that he'll do anything, things of that nature? Like, you got to get to another level of I guess, humble, humble yourself to accept that God is there. So I'm not necessarily talking to you, believers, right? If you claim to believe, right, and you say, okay, the Bible and Jesus, and I believe all this, and this is accurate information, right, then, I mean, I feel like we have more responsibility to believe what it says and to live accordingly. Like, so I do struggle when it comes to, like, I guess, talking to believers and things of that nature, where it's like we doubt the words that are in the Bible, which I get it. Hey, no, ain't nothing wrong with asking questions. I'm not talking about the asking questions and the being inquisitive and making sure. Like, I'm not talking about that part. I'm just talking about the part of, you say you believe in Christ, you say you believe in God, you say you believe in the Bible, things of that nature, but then the things it's saying, we don't either know, acknowledge, or believe. And it shows in our actions, is what I'm saying. Like, we might not say we don't, but our actions is saying we don't. And it's like, so what is it that you really believe? It can't be the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Or it can't be what you say you believe, because you're not living according to what you're saying. So, I mean, I know it may sound radical and crazy, and I say that every now and then on here. I'm like, look, I know I might sound crazy, but I believe that I'm crazy enough to feel like God will take care of me and my family and all different things. So now I'm at this place of peace. Now I'm at this place where I'm not worried about any of the things that I normally, or most people are worried about. I know people talk a lot about adulting and things of that nature, and I get it. Yeah, I got bills and stuff like everybody else. Adulting is, it's adulting, right? But I'm not feeling like it's the most horrible time in life. You know what I mean? I'm not feeling like, oh, it's just because, again, this may not go that way, or the way I think, or whatever the case may be. Now I'm more open to whatever the Lord wants to do. And I feel like, again, the more open I am to what God wants to do, the more at peace I am. I could share that all day long. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on. But I mean, that's just a question I would say, that if you're a believer, if you say you're a believer, things of that nature, then why don't we live accordingly? And why don't we believe what it says? It says he's going to take care of us. It says, he will supply our needs, things of that nature. And so let's believe and walk and live like he's going to take care of our needs. I mean, I don't know. I find myself to be more at peace as I do it, but we all got free will. Choose you here to stay. Who you going to serve? I got another verse, and it is Hebrews 13:5. It says, keep your life free from love of money and be content with what you have. For he has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Money, 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 money. Okay. And I know y'all probably think, well, Miracle, this is weird because every other week you talk about another job and because you trying to get more money. I don't necessarily. So this is one of my difficult things. Like anytime people ask me, so how much you want to make, and how much you want to do this, and da 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 da. Like, what's your goal, your financial goal? I don't have numbers for that. Yeah, I just don't. Like, I mean, I don't know. Some people do. I want to make 6 figures, right? Some people have specifically what they want. And maybe, who knows? Maybe I would get more if I did have a number. I don't know. But I just know when people have asked me those different things, that's not necessarily something I'm particularly thinking about. So even when I talk to you guys about, I might add on another side hustle or whatever the case may be. And sure, it might be to get more money. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, I'm doing it all for free or something. But it's more about, for me, I feel like it's more about either access to things I want or providing, things I like, or providing another avenue for God to be able to move through, things of that nature. Like, I guess the way I feel, or at least at this point, is I see that, okay, I know people talk about the multiple streams of income and all that different type of stuff. And I guess I look at it like, I mean, how can God, and now obviously he can do whatever he wants to do. So not just God in particular, but I'm just saying, if I have the inkling, right, or if I'm encouraged and inspired to create another stream and things of that nature, then, I mean, there is room and multiple ways for God to move. Now, again, he don't need me to make the stream because he can do whatever he want to do and make it by himself. I can just have some drop right into my lap. And he's done that, so I'm not going to sit here and say that. What I'm saying is that my pursuit or the things that I share here, or the whole idea of me adding on and things of that nature, isn't necessarily because I have a certain goal financially to reach. I guess I don't love money that much. I don't know. I guess that's my example. That's all. I say all that to say that it's not necessarily the love of money that is my purpose or goal as I pursue doing things. I think my purpose and goal has been using my gifts and talents. My purpose and goals has been, again, wanting to, let's just leave it there because that's pretty much what it is for me. Like, using my gifts and talents in every aspect, like whatever God has put in me, I want to be able to use it and things of that nature. And I try my best to live my life accordingly and do that. Now, if those things provide things financially, great. You know what I mean? That's not going to hurt my household. And if it don't, then still cool. You know what I mean? At least it's something that I did, and do. So I guess we got to really, really think about, like, what is our goal at the end of the day? Is it, our trust in God? Is it our, faith, things of that nature? Or is it just like, again, the money thing? I get it. We needed to, quote unquote, survive, right? We needed to do things we need to do and things of that nature. Or we can live like Little Bear, a simple, humble life. I don't know. But, these are just things to think about. And I think that it will affect your life overall. Again, what you're pursuing, why you're pursuing it, and things of that nature. So, I mean, those are the verses that I felt led to write down this morning about, he will supply. You guys can go deeper There's plenty more verses at OpenBible.info. Just plug in that phrase, He will supply. And, I'm sure there will be plenty more verses that will stand out that you can let peruse and marinate on your heart, soul, and mind. But the Bible verse of today is Matthew 6:19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, for where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah. We have a new episode of the GSL Talk Show coming out, but I didn't write the guest name, so I don't remember right now. But I'll write it down tomorrow, and I'll tell y'all who she is. I think it's a lady. Okay. Well, anyway. Talk to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. There you go. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice. I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Thank you so much for listening, watching, subscribing, and sharing. All those wonderful things. It's Thursday. And I gotta get ready to go to work. I'm gonna sneak out before NJ comes. You probably heard him going in and out because he was going outside, I guess, to take care of Zori and all that good stuff. You got a couple more days with the dog, from my understanding. Then she's supposed to go on home after this weekend. We gonna see. I think she's been a nice little addition. She ain't too, she had a little whiny moments every now and then, but other than that, like, she's been a pretty quiet dog, chill dog. At least from I'm hubby and NJ has been around her way more than me, so maybe she's different with they could come and give you guys a different perspective. But I know NJ he has confirmed that he's tired of cleaning up poop. I'm like, well, kid, look, it comes with having a dog. Like, that's part of it, okay? So I don't know if his heart and mind has changed about having a dog. I don't think so. I think he's still enjoying it, but we'll see. But yeah, man, that's it, man. I'm gonna be going to work soon. So y'all have a wonderful Thursday, and I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye.